Test your mic. Test your mic. Test your mic. Test your mic. What about
So he's in there. This. Okay, so this will be a little time.
So do we need to go look at the other services? I'm still here.
Yeah.
Jade.
Can you talk?
Hi there. How's it working? Talking right now. Hear myself on the iPad. Let me turn off the iPad volume. Figuring it out, guys. Sorry. Thank you. Here we go. Batter up. I'm gonna lose my mind if I can listen to myself here. Who has a headphone? Anybody? Old school headphones? Nobody? All right, whatever. We're working through it. Can you turn the light on, China? Bingo. All right. All right. So if you're with us, this is inauguration day. This is it? This is day one of us testing and getting excited about a new service that we are concurrently, that's the correct word, broadcasting on our service right now. If you are joining us on theamericaagency.com/live, if you are joining us on YouTube, you could also be joining us live on Instagram, as well could be joining us live on Facebook. It's a cool service that allows us to broadcast different places. One of the things that we've loved about Zoom is that it was the only option. And one of the things we don't love about Zoom is that when we record great trainings with some of the best insurance sales producers in the industry, when we go to push that back out and share it on YouTube, it looks less than great. It looks a little bit potato-y. As I heard someone say, you look like you filmed that through a potato. And it stuck in my head. And that dude, Steve 479 from Indianapolis got in my head over a year ago. And I've been thinking about potato content from here on out. So we've been thinking and trying and searching for a new software that would allow us to be more places at once. And at the same standpoint, create better quality, higher resolution content for everybody out there that does enjoy learning from the best producers in the industry. We've done a great job of cultivating. So if you're in the chat, wherever you are, post where you're from. Let's say hi to a few people, where you're from geographically, also what software platform you're using. Two, China, I need headphones of some sort. Jade, something that will plug into this because the reverb is going to drive me crazy. I don't know if I need to Bluetooth it to something. Anyone out there could find headphones. Jade, could you look in these cabinets over here and see if any of these baskets have headphones? China, those headphones right there, do those plug into right there? What do those plug? Okay. We're working on new stuff. All right, let's say hi to some people. Tallahassee, Florida, the America Agency. Perfect. Awesome. What's up, Joe? He's on YouTube in Texas. Sean Simpson in Nebraska. Drake is in San Francisco. He's on the website. Jesse's in Virginia. Sheila Day in Portland on the website. Joe is on YouTube. I appreciate you guys giving me some feedback. This is cool to see how this is working. Is it just, Cali, Kathy Bean is in Cali. This is cool. To see what we've got going here. Jesse's on the website. Hamadi, what's up, brother? Nice to see you. Sean Simpson on the website. Cool. So if you're on the website, great. Below the video on the website is different links that you can click on, which should take you to the other places. Frank Estrella is on a Mac on the website. Okay, cool. Jeff in Salem, Oregon. Hello, Salem. Thank you for saying hi, Jeffrey, my apologies. I know some people are very Nancy Andrade. Hello in Las Vegas. Are you related to Alicia? Jeff's on the website. Wonderful. Okay. There has to be a way. 1 second, guys. I want to. Let's see. What do you think, China? Am I gonna break something here? What's the chances I break something? Hi. China's had enough of me. She's. All right, we're figuring it out. So we got some thumbs up. All right, well, let's jump into some updates. Let's jump into. Let me see. 1 second, guys. I apologize. Stick with me. It's going to be worth it. We've got a fantastic call. Okay. We are working on something. It's just, what is this one? Here, put it to that. I don't know what polygon. Is that something? Okay. Let me just do this. How about this? Can I hear myself? How do I I'm going to get rid of it, China, because I cannot. You can make them pop. All right, we're going to. Who's got tape? How about tape? We got tape? Yes, because that's driving me crazy, and it will be a bit. Does anyone have tape? Does anyone have tape? I mean, I would. If you can tape, fix it with tape or connect it to that. That would be great. Hey, this is behind the scenes, guys. We're trying to figure this out. We didn't know that it would have like. So what's happening is this. I hear myself here, and I am not a professional. So when I hear myself, I get distracted. And if you've ever had Ritalin, it keeps you from getting distracted. And I don't take Ritalin anymore because I'm not 13. ADD joke. So China is going to jump in. If you could tape some paper or cotton or anything over those microphones, Jade, that'd be splendid. And we'll get back in business and we're calling it good. So, all right. I can see some people. Nancy, not that I know of. Okay, you're not. Okay, that's fine. Colorado, Facebook looks cool too. Wonderful. And China will spin around and check all the different services. But all right, we're here. I'm here. You're here. It's going to be a great call. Thank you, guys. And let us go right now to pull up some quick images. And then we got a few things to cover and we're rolling. So today we got Steve Weber on from Transamerica. He is the national sales trainer for Transamerica, which is one of the pioneers of life insurance sales, and one of the gold standards that many companies peg themselves against as something that they would hope to one day achieve the level of consumer trust and financial success that a company like Transamerica has accomplished. So incredible company, phenomenal IULs. And today we're going to talk all about their brand new final expense product, 100% instant decision, easy to use e-app, product perks, all the new ins and outs and things that they will approve that many carriers won't even look at, agent commission increases, and day one medical condition coverages. Steve will be on here shortly. So if you're here to learn about, if you sell final expense, if you sell whole life, this is a product you're going to want to move way high up on your list of carriers to look at first. And Steve's going to tell us all why here in just a few minutes. So that's cool. Okay. We're going backwards. We got a discount coming up. Is this how is this the best way to do it? China and I are live in the studio. She's been working so hard. Could you do me a favor? Say TY China, CHYNNA. Thank you, China. Because this right here, what you're looking at, would not exist without her. And she has worked for hours, maybe even a day, 24 hours total cumulative time, trying to figure out this new software for us to be live right now. And thank you so much. Did you do it? What'd you do? You put it to yourself? Jade, you are amazing. All right. See, we're back. This is it. You guys are watching live. It's like, thank you, China. All right. I appreciate you guys. I don't want to share the screen. Okay. We're back. We're back. We're rolling. You see it here first. Okay. But China's worked so hard to get this to work for us, and I'm grateful to her, and I appreciate you showing some great gratitude to her because, my thank yous only go so far. So, but moving on. Here we go. There's a lead. We're getting into some updates. There we go. 20% off all internet lead discounts right now. The internet and the Integrity ILC. Coupon code Cookout24. That is, they must be, we're barbecuing this weekend, and it starts tomorrow. And 20% off lead discount. The mantra about lead discounts is don't spend more because you got a discount. Spend more what you planned on it. Now you just plan on your original budget. If you're going to spend $1,000, don't spend 800. Spend 1,000. Spend 1,200 and get 200 off. So I think that's how the math works. So. Cancun producer retreat, the Hilton Waldorf Astoria. People are selling like crazy. This is live going on right now. We're rolling in. We're 49 days in right now to the Hilton Waldorf Astoria Cancun producer retreat incentive. So the perks are 4 days, 3 nights, Cancun, Mexico. I sound like Bob Barker right now selling, and what you've got is a new car. Is the qualifying period if you pay $250,000 of life and IUL combined. So you sell a lot of mortgage protection, you sell a lot of IULs, get to $250 in the qualification period, which is August 1st through May 1st, and you're in. First 300 people to do it, qualify. All expenses paid to retreat to Cancun on FFL Corporate. Love them. $250 and you're in. The more you sell, the more perks you get. Agave at $350, Jaguar at $450, and Quetzal at 700, the more you sell. So very excited about this. Corporate is doing what they can to incentivize us and put you all in the position to benefit from your own personal production. So excited about that. That's it. Okay. All right. Okay, real quick. I want to talk about pain for a second. And I say this with personal experience. And I mean by that, I want to talk about pain because what I've been personally in pain, and not like mental, I mean, I've gone through mental pain, I've gone through stuff, but something happened to my back, and I'm a pretty active dude. I like to work out. I like to play with my kids. I like to do things. I'm very physically active. I like to close my rings, and I like to compete with myself. Close my rings. That was an Apple Watch reference for all you Apple Watchers. And I've been reflecting on, like, being crippled, if you will, and being forced to, like, on Saturday, I laid on the couch with ice, and I don't take ibuprofen. I don't go to the doctor. I mean, I go to the doctor for my checkups, but, like, I don't like to give in to weakness. And that's I don't know. It's a flaw of mine. It's a pride thing. But today I've had peace. And I think about it as I have over the past 3 weeks gone to the doctor multiple times. I've read blogs and watched videos and books, and I've done pelvic tilts, and I've done knee presses, and I've been on ice, and I've tried gels, and I've saunaed, and I've stretched, and I've rested, and I've slept in my daughter's bed because it is harder than my bed for like a week. My daughter's little twin bed, which is hard. And I got to a point where today I woke up and I told my wife, I was like, I feel like I'm at 7% pain versus over the past 3 weeks, I've been at like 80, 90, 100%, like just in pain, like a lot of pain. And why I share this with you is that I could have let it completely consume me. And I personally, knock on wood, have not been in a lot of pain in my life. I've been very healthy. I take a lot of vitamins. I take care of myself. And I think about, in this understanding, I think about that many people go through pain and let it take them down, right? You start a new business, start dialing leads. You run into some leads that tell you to piss off, and they didn't fill that out. And what are you doing bothering me? And you let that, like, cripple you and hold and knock you back. And then you think about, starting any type of new business, a new workout plan. You think about a new relationship that you're in, and you hit a roadblock as a couple. And instead of reading a book or getting a counselor or watching some YouTube videos on how to communicate better, you quit. And I'm a product of faith and a product of belief in the greater good, that I can solve my problems. And I'm also stubborn, which is a benefit to myself and a problem for my wife most of the time. But at the same time, I woke up today and I feel so good that it just makes me reflect on what's possible if you put your mind to something and you give yourself the ability to heal, and you give yourself the opportunity to win. Right? Are we starving our business by not buying enough leads? Are we starving are we crappy parents because we've watched a bunch of movies growing up and we think yelling at our kids is the way to get them to do what we want? Are we stubborn and chauvinistic in our relationships because our parents were that way? Or are we seeking knowledge and counseling others that are more successful in this vertical that we want to be in, and choosing to find the answers so we don't succumb to becoming a statistic of chronic back pain, of divorce, of being an average parent, or of a failure in business? And so I go off on this micro tangent for a second because it hit my heart today that I'm so happy to have, like, invested and spent the time to heal myself, my back, if you will, power cleans and deadlifts and back squats with heavy weight at 40 isn't the same as when you're 23. So I need to adjust my exercise. But at the same standpoint, I want for all of you to go through pain, but to seek the answers to resolve it for yourself, because most people choose to quit. And those on here and those watching this on replay, I hope that you don't choose to quit so easily anymore, because the answers you're looking for are out there. The resolve and the world you want to create for yourself is available to you. You just have to make choices to seek the knowledge to go find it. So hope that makes sense. Hope that, just a couple words from my heart. Shout out to Sean Simpson. He's one of my 75 hard brothers. 60 days, 67, right, bro? We're almost out of this thing. So, but real quick, I want to test something. Bring on someone to help test the camera real quick. Is it working? Is that it? Is he on that quick? All right. So we got Drake Jeremiah on. How you doing, Drake?
Another day in paradise, Grady. Thanks for being here.
As direct and deliberate as I could ever expect. Thank you for coming on. You're our first guest on our new platform. Is it working well for you on that end?
It is. It's smooth. Camera works. Audio's good. You can hear me okay. Everything's synced with my computer in about 3 seconds.
Fantastic. That's what we're looking for. So real quick, guys, Drake issued 116,000 last month in August of 2024. Drake, how many months in? What are we at? A year and almost?
July 13th last year, I started.
So 15 months, if you will, 14 months. And today, month 13, you issued 116,000. And that also qualifies you for Hall of Fame, which is an incredible accomplishment to hit in nearly your, basically your rolling first calendar year. And that's good. You can get rid of the image. So that's cool. There we go. All right. We're playing with it, Drake. But I just wanted to have you on real quick, test the camera, also give you your flowers. If everybody could please drop a HOF or a Drake or a congratulations in the chat below. How insanely otherworldly proud I am of you. And as someone you're junior, and as someone who is like, you're for those that don't know, Drake's my wife's brother, and he's a very, very, very committed man. One of the only people I know that have done the David Coggins 48-hour challenge, which is like, Google that. Drake's done it, but has been in a world in banking for over 20 years where he built a career, and then the industry changed and they were like, hey, we don't need you anymore. And what does Drake do? Drake reaches out to me and says, I'm interested in selling insurance. And fast forward to this month, he issued $116,000. And he's got an incredible partner, Francesca. He's got incredible work ethic, incredible family, but he's also got incredible drive, which is one of the separating factors that for anyone that's out there that's wondering why you're not hitting the goals you have, this is a man to model. And I'm just so proud of you, bro, as I lock it up here and just give you your love, because you are a testament to entrepreneurship. You're a testament to this industry, and you're a testament to what is possible when you just work hard. And I just want to say congratulations on Hall of Fame. It's just a stepping stone, as I know you would agree, to the massive goals you have for yourself and your agency and your partner. And I'm so proud of you. And just as you can see from the chat, everybody's so proud of you. And it's just exciting to see what you've done. But I mean, this is just, phase one in the multi-phase faceted future of what your career is here in this industry. So any 30, anything, please, but just anything that you could connect to as to what's helped you or you would like to share.
See if I can breathe for a minute. Thank you for that, Grady. Changed my life. So first it was the 4x4x48, and then it was getting injured again and saying, got to do something different that I love. And you've been doing it for 7 years, and I was on the drip campaign and just stupid because I was in the hamster wheel. Blessed to have examples like Sean Simpson, Josh, that started me off, and then to get blessed with a partner like Francesca, who was crazy enough to follow me 90 days in, 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. And even my little brother Gabriel asked yesterday, what do you do? I'm all, it's 18 hours a day, 7 days a week. Just consistency. Blessed to be here. Love helping people. It's real rewarding. And I've never felt free before. In 26 years of pretty much family life and gutless rat race, I've never felt free enjoying what I do. As much as I work, I choose to, and I enjoy it. So it's just consistency is key, and having the best people and the most amazing support around you. So thank you, Grady, for bringing me in.
Thank you, bro, for trusting me 1% and trusting yourself 99%, because without that, you wouldn't be what you're doing. And I'm just so excited to see what you continue to do and how many people you help, and how you continue to evolve and revolutionize what you're doing and what work ethic truly is. And so proud of you, bro, and keep going. That's it. Keep pushing. Love you, buddy.
Thank
Have a
you.
wonderful day. Appreciate you for coming on. Thank you guys for showing him some love. That means the world to me, and I know it means the world to him, but it's just it's what's possible here. So all right, let's do it. Let's here comes the show. So if you want to learn more about Trans's incredible products, if you'd like your team to learn more about Transamerica's incredible product, the revolution, everything that's happening right now, this link that you're on, copy wherever. If you're on YouTube, great. If you're on Facebook, fantastic. If you're on Instagram, hello. If you're on our website, theamericaagency.com/live, copy it in your browser and drop it in some of your group chats and texts and say, hey, we're going to learn all about our comp raises and what incredible new levels of coverage we can have. Because a party's always fun with more people, right? Well, that until the cops show up, but but for now, let's see if we can get them to show up. I don't know. So there we go. Let me give you a good intro, Steve. Hello, buddy. Good to see you. All right, hello, everybody. Grady Polson here, the America Agency. So excited to have Steve Weber on with us, National Sales Director of one of the foremost pioneers of life insurance sales, one of the biggest and baddest companies in the industry, one of our day one partners with FFL, and someone we've continued to have great sales records with, but we're looking to hit new levels and new records and break new records and new levels of records with Transamerica based on what they're doing for us, which is investing in their products, investing in their e-apps, investing in the agents, and getting the compensation up, and putting everybody in a better position to win, and not only win, but win big. So Steve, wonderful to have you on. Thank you for joining us today. Looking forward to learning more about your products. How are you doing today, brother?
I'm doing awesome, man. I'm so excited to be here to talk about this product, but I'm honored to be on your, this call with you. If I was going to make a joke about being upset that I'm not your first guest, on this new platform, but man, Drake earned it. That is an incredible first year. The number of families you protected, Drake, is just incredible. Grady, I'm honored also because of the guests you've had and the content that you put out, the top producers that are sharing. You have a great style that is this motivational, edutainment type style of getting agents fired up, onboarding them, and really helping them be successful. I'm privileged to be part of Family First Life. And of course, we have a great relationship with all of my friends at Integrity. So what you're doing is just amazing. So yeah, I'd love to get into it. I've been waiting for this day to talk about this new product, this new e-app, new rates, new comp, new underwriting rules. And I think you're really going to love everything you hear.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, we
Yeah.
can't wait too. Everyone's excited. And yeah, the floor is yours. If you need any help, we got China here to help with anything, but you're our first big guest, for our first official,
Okay.
but we're happy to have you on, man.
I'll take it. Well, I think I'm about to share my screen. Why don't you stay on and just let me know what you're seeing? I want to come all the way up here to the top and put this in presentation mode.
Awesome.
Can you see my screen and can you hear me?
Yeah, I think we're nailing it.
Hey, wow, we are good. What a great start. So guys, I'm Stephen Weber. I'm National Sales Manager of Life Insurance here for the brokerage channel, the independent channel at Transamerica. Oh, hey, let me share this. Wait a minute. I want to make fun of myself. How about this image? So I worked with China. I didn't have a headshot. And so I took 10 selfies and I uploaded it. And this is what AI created for me. So if my neck looks a little long, if I look a little thin, this is what AI can do. I never posed for those pictures. I never wore that jacket or shirt in my life. But
you look great.
Yeah, well, that picture definitely looks great too. It's pretty accurate, I'm working hard. I was like a realtor. I was like a real estate agent. My last headshot has got to be 10 years and 40 pounds ago. So, all right, hey man, let's get into it, Grady. We're excited. We're excited about our commitment to the clients that need your help. There's 68 million American families in the middle market, and that's our sweet spot. A couple years ago, our CEO came out and said, we are going to be the #1 middle America life insurance and retirement plan company. And this is one of the first steps, giving you better tools to help you protect more people. One thing that's great with Transamerica, your clients already know us, right? You know the pyramid, you know the brand. We've been around for 100+ years. I love this bottom number because it's not our assets. I mean, that bottom number is bigger than some carriers in the final expense space.
Wow.
This is actually the benefits, withdrawals, and claims that we paid out last year alone. $47 billion. I mean, that is protecting families. I like this slide too, because it shows that we're learning what's important to you. What's important to you as an agent and an agency owner, and how can we at Transamerica earn more of your business? So as you go through this quick presentation, you try to answer two questions. One, I think I know the answer to, will you write more Transamerica now? I'm really confident you will. The important question to me is, have we done enough? Have we done enough to earn your #1 spot as your go-to carrier? So let's jump into it, because I think we've done a great job here. I'm going to go pretty fast on this stuff. The e-app you're absolutely going to love. It is fast from start to finish. It's averaging about 9 minutes. So a quick e-app, 100% instant decision, no more refer to underwriter, no more waiting for an email. You're getting one of the fastest decisions at the beginning of the app. Payment flexibility, credit card, debit card, checking and savings, direct express. You can pay with all of them. Opportunity upsell. You're going to like this. I'm going to go deeper in a minute. Commissions. We pay commissions daily every 48 hours. So this process is not only going to help you protect more clients, you're going to get paid a lot faster and make a lot more money. Well, because commissions are going up too. Not only are they faster, but whatever you're at today with Transamerica's immediate solution, that's our existing product, not the new one we're talking about now. This new one is called FE Express. Whatever you're at today, you're getting 15% more. If you're at 70% today with immediate solution, you're now at 85. If you're an agency builder and you're at 115, you're now at 130. So commissions look really, really strong. And this bottom point, I can't say enough about the Everest Funeral Planning Concierge Writer. I mean, it really will turn you into your client's trusted advisor. It'll help you gain more referrals, grow your business. And I'm going to spend some time on that too. Let's just look quickly at product specs. At bottom left, ages and face amounts should jump out. Really strong. 18, right, as low as 18, all the way to age 75, $50,000. Really strong protection for a whole life final expense product. 76 to 85 is 25 grand. And it's important to note we don't reduce commissions at older ages. So those new improved commissions, whether you're 18 or 85, you're going to get a really strong commission. On the right-hand side, note the graded policy is a little different with ages and a max of 25 grand. Review the agent material. I'll show you where everything is during this call. But there are some states not approved. The big ones are California, New York, the usual ones. And right now, Pennsylvania. It doesn't say it, but right now, Pennsylvania. If you write business in Pennsylvania, you're probably used to that. Let's talk underwriting. The best rates, the best commissions, the best e-app in the world don't mean a thing if you can't get your clients approved. And really, your goal is to get them approved with day one coverage, right? Get them select with us. So I'm going to look at the single conditions, but then I really want to emphasize what's in bold here, right? How do we decide around multiple conditions? Most of your clients don't have a single condition, right? A lot of them have multiple conditions, and that's going to be a real advantage. The big four. I only highlighted the big four. You can go through the agent guide to look at all of them. What are the big four that all agents are asking about? CHF. We're probably the only carrier right now that will give you day one coverage select with CHF. Wow. COPD is select with day one coverage. A couple big ones too. Diabetes, diabetic coma, diabetes with neuropathy, uncontrolled insulin, uncontrolled sugars. We can give you day one coverage. And down at the bottom, heart attack, heart disease. I know I've done a couple trainings and everybody's asking, what about MS? What about Parkinson's? What about depression? And absolutely, you can still get day one coverage. But let me go quickly through this concept of not stacking, not being penalized for multiple conditions. This is a unique example. I chose it very carefully to emphasize our point here. It's not about the age. Whether you're 18 or 75, doesn't matter. But this client, this example, has COPD. Poor guy has neuropathy and diabetes also, has multiple sclerosis, has Parkinson's disease, and you're approved day one with day one coverage, approved select.
Wow.
I've got another example that is going to blow your mind, Grady. CHF, Parkinson's, depression, Crohn's. That's because we're not just saying, do you have 3 conditions, you're declined? Do you have 2 conditions, you're graded? We're looking at each condition individually and saying, do they stack? Sometimes medical conditions, 1 + 1 = 3. If you understand, like 2 medical conditions can be way worse than they're just the sum of those 2 conditions. But some don't make each other worse. And here, these are the examples I've just given you. Now, so you're day one. Let's look at a graded though. CHF and diabetes, you're graded. This one's, now once you get to failures, multiple organ failures, yes, you're going to be a decline. So when you go through this guide, I do want to emphasize this. It almost sounds too good to be true. It sounds a little like, man, these underwriting, we're going to send Transamerica everything's going to get approved. When I first started doing it, I was like Oprah Winfrey, like you're approved and you're approved. And I had to back off because I realized I was being a little too aggressive with these examples. But listen, I want to also share what our experience, where are agents getting declines that are really surprising them. And there's 4 things. And it's probably with a lot of carriers, these same 4 things. But because our underwriting rules are so good, when you get a decline, sometimes you're not expecting it. Here's where they're coming from. I think a lot of clients are not comfortable sharing the fact that they have cognitive issues or dementia. That's probably the number 1 thing that is surprising people with the decline. Number 2 are drug abuse and alcohol abuse and treatment and medications for such. That's sometimes resulting in declines if they've been medicated or treated within the last 2 years. The 4th one is probably oxygen with multiple comorbidities. And then I would say cancer, we're a little tough on. You have to be cancer-free 4 years. So our rules look incredible. I just want to emphasize and be more balanced, especially after these really aggressive examples. Our fast data is really comprehensive too. We're pulling fast data fast and making a decision. We're leveraging Milliman. We're leveraging LexisNexis. We're using GIAC for anti-fraud. So there is a lot of unbelievable conditions you can still get approved, but we're running we're expecting 25% declines, and we're probably closer to 30%, mostly because agents are really trying us. They've got guys they want to write, they couldn't help protect, and they're submitting it, and some are getting through and some aren't. but I just want to emphasize it's not a guaranteed issue product. All right, I'm going to go out of the PowerPoint. This is my reminder to talk about rates and underwriting, right? What are the rates? So we said commissions went up by 15%. Hey, graded actually went up by 20%. Now, graded, you typically start at a lower commission, but if you were getting 60% with immediate solution graded, you're now getting 80% on graded. Our graded is expensive, but let me show you something. Let me show you these rates. And Grady, I just want to make sure you're seeing this still. Are you seeing the full screen? Okay. You're probably familiar with Effects Toolkits. When you look at our rates, especially for a male 62 and older, our rates got better, and I want to show them to you. So commissions are going up. You now have the Everest funeral planning writer, and the rates for your client actually went down when you look at standard compared to the new select. So let's look at CHF. Guy's 65 years old. I already ran this to be prepared. Listen, the two best rates are Transamerica and Transamerica. So immediate solution is 160, but if you write the new product, not only getting better commissions, it's cheaper, right? And that was with, what was that condition I just did? CHF. And no one else is approving you with day one coverage for CHF, right? You're getting pushed to grade, and you're probably getting pushed to guaranteed issue, where we can give you a great day one coverage plan. All right, let's look at diabetes. This person's already a little older, so I want to emphasize these rates get better as the client gets older. So with diabetes, sure, you've got, I don't know this company, but then you've got Transamerica and you've got immediate solution. But now look at the difference in pricing. We're down to 209 from 249. And finally, I'll show another big one up here. This is COPD and 75-year-old. And yep, Royal Neighbors. Okay. But boy, a lot of people sure know and trust Transamerica. Your rate went from 332. It's now 287. Let me add one here, Grady. What do you think is going to happen if I add in diabetes? We already talked about diabetes here. Let's really load this up with complications. This one has a lot of questions, but diabetes with neuropathy and recently, and you've had it for a long time and you're taking insulin. You've been taking it forever. And I'm just loading this as much as
juvenile diabetes with complicated. Holy cow, man! This is this person.
No age. There's no age requirement for diabetes.
Okay.
I mean, it's uncontrolled 10 years, uncontrolled 5 years, uncontrolled. These aren't our questions, but other carriers ask these questions.
Sure.
But when you load this up, let's see what it says now. It's pulling. It's thinking pretty quick. Listen, we're the only carrier that's going to give you day one coverage.
Or you can go to Corbridge or Gerber, which are guaranteed issue products.
Right. So what's the difference, Grady? When does your benefit start with guaranteed issue?
2 years. Well, I mean, they start, 10%. Yeah, 2 years.
Yeah. Pretty much you're going to get your premium back plus 10%. That's the standard somewhat rule. But commissions are a lot worse. The level of protection is not really as good. So I wanted to show you, because in general, the rates are good. The rates combined with the underwriting is really what's fantastic.
Can you guys show Steve some love in the chat right now? Because this product looks amazing. I mean, there's so many clients that we have to default to strictly an accidental type product or a guaranteed issue product, because you haven't existed before. And now I've got a home for all of these clients that maybe wanted to go shop around because they wanted day one coverage or just didn't think it was worth it. I'll just save it in the mattress. The 10% sounds great, but it doesn't sound good enough. And now you've got a solution, a final expense express solution that is literally bring us all your people. You're like, you're like Jesus on the mount. Like, bring me all your broken. You're hot.
Well, we're trying. Our goal is to approve more people, but don't listen. We have really good, comprehensive, fast data. I just want to emphasize, not everybody's getting approved. As good as these rules look, our fast data is really good. But here's something to know too, Grady. We don't have any penalties right now for placement. We're asking to be your number one carrier. That means we have some responsibility when you're going to us first. And that if you have a decline or two, it's not hurting you. There's no bonuses or tied to placement right now. I think next year you might see something around persistency. But hey, try us first. One of the reasons you want to try us first is how easy and quick the e-app is. So now I'm going to start talking about the e-app, because we've all learned that process is the new product. Today, I mean, our preferred rates are incredible. Our sales today are just okay because our e-app on iPipeline, it kind of sucks, right? The decisioning is terrible. That comes in an email. Let's just focus on what's new. You start an FV Express. This is how I'm gonna blow up or zoom in on the important stuff. But one thing you'll like here is it does have this qualification tool. So if you click pre-qual, it's a way to practice with the underwriting. It's basically, there's no signature involved, so there's no fast data, but it's a way to understand the underwriting rules and get really comfortable with it. Or you can put a client through there, but it's not guaranteed. What they're going to see is, hey, we think you're pre-qualified. But like I said, it's not guaranteed. Let's go right to the app. When you start the app, you're going to choose, are you doing it in person or are you doing it over the phone? Right now, I'm going to show you the in-person signature process, and then I'll show you the telephone one. But guys, grab your pen. I'm about to tell you something important. It's a little bit about, I don't want to call it a glitch or an error, but there's something going on here that's important to know. And you guys should do this today. This product is live in the e-app, but here's something to know. Not everybody's states are showing up for some reason. So if you've been appointed with Transamerica for a long time, it's actually those agents that used to write business that haven't written it recently. You can only, if you're sitting with a client, you can only write it if your states show. And there seems to be a glitch, not everybody's state showing. So man, don't go get in front of a client to find out that Georgia, isn't there. And that's where your client's from. So what do? First thing you're going to do is write down, the reason I said get a pen, write down this phone number so you can call and say, hey, I'm missing my states. I need these 5 states, right? You're not getting appointed in them. We're just turning them on in the e-app. You can also email. It's a little long down there. Take your camera, screenshot this, the TLP-CRC contract admin at Transamerica. All right, let's keep going. Let's get to what's really good about the e-app. The look and the modern feel. Yes, it starts with personal information, name, address, city, state, zip, birth date, social. Then you get right to healthcare and health information. There are a few more questions than what you're seeing, but it's really, really fast. And now you're signing. So notice you didn't do your banking. Notice we didn't ask you about your beneficiaries yet, because what we're going to try to do is make a decision. And then let me show you something that's really cool. So now you're looking at it. The client just clicks to sign. So they don't need a cursor. See right there, it says click, and then we apply a computer-generated signature. Yes, they can review all their documents, but they don't have to. Then it comes back to you. The agent, to sign, answer a question about your relationship, and if there's a commission split. Same thing. On the bottom, you click, and it applies your signature. Just to show it, you click, and it applies. Now, this is cool. This is different. I definitely want to zoom into this because you probably haven't seen it before. When you get approved, we're not just approving you for what you quoted. Like maybe you already said, the client might need 25 grand. We're actually approving you for 50. You apply for 5, we're going to approve you for 50. And in this next state, and if you don't run a quote, you can see here, it just says, congratulations, you're approved for 50. So you can customize coverage. Maybe you want to do the 3 package offer, gold, silver, bronze. Maybe it comes back graded or smoker, and you actually want to find something that's more affordable. Well, this next slide, this is where you customize it. You can say, hey, let's see what $150 costs a month. Let's see what $75. Let's see what $40,000 costs. And you already have a guaranteed and binded approval for $50,000. Have you seen that before, Grady?
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, pretty good. So now you're going to do what the only last 2 things remaining are put in your beneficiaries and then do your banking. In your banking, the first thing you do is how frequent, like what's your payment schedule? Do you want to pay immediately? Do you want to pay up to 30 days in advance? Do you want to use Social Security billing? Pick your day. Then you pick your bank account and you come in here and say, all right, let's do checking. Here's my routing and my account. If you want to use a credit card, it's simply the credit card number and expiration date or your direct express. So super easy. Now that you've locked in coverage and you've added your beneficiaries and you've added your banking, you want to submit the policy to get this thing issued and bound right away. Once again, you're just clicking, applying a signature. Now the client's saying, yep, that looks good. They just click to pay and you're done. That policy, if you pay immediately, that policy is being bound and issued and delivered right away, right after this policy. But let's look at the virtual signature process. 2 years ago, shoot, no one at Family First was signing virtual. And I know today how important this is.
Yes.
This is 1,000% improvement over today's signature. Today we have to email and it's DocuSign and it's not the best process. I will tell you in advance, this is a much improved process, but there probably feels to you like there's an extra step. And I'll tell you why it's so important, why we're doing this. One is to prevent fraud. We are asking a few more questions, but look at this example. You're talking to your client, they're on the phone, they get a text. They're going to click on the text. That's going to open up this link. Now, this is a little different than probably you're used to, but I'm going to show you why. We ask them to enter their email and a password, whatever password they want that fits the requirements. And then we say, hey, what's your birth date and what's your social? So it's not impossible. I know it's a little longer than most, but here's why. This is what we're giving. Then you click to sign, right? Just like before. So why are we doing this? It's because they're getting a count. They have their own account they can immediately access to look at their policy, to look at their beneficiaries. This is a summary page, just an overview. If they want to update their beneficiaries and reallocate, they can do that. If they want to change their credit cards or checking cards, and it kind of takes you out of the service model, right? And puts you out in the field where you should be, which is selling. So I just wanted to show what the client's account looks like, because we are asking in the virtual process for this extra step. Not impossible. I think that it's still very straightforward. So let me show you one more thing, and I want to show you one more thing. Where's all this information?
For 2 seconds. The value of that is you just word it. Hey, we're going to set you up your account right now. This is looking good so far. If you're doing the pre-qual, right? Because you can do the pre-qual on your own with them on the phone.
Sure.
And then you go through, and if it shows, like you said, it's not guaranteed, but based on what you've told us, which, clients always tell the truth, what you've told us, we're going to put all that in and it's looking good. So what I want to do, Mary, is just set you up your account with Transamerica. So get a pen and paper out. You're going to put in some information from this link that you're going to get text, but I want you to make sure you write down your password and you just have a quick conversation with them. But like the value of that is that they're agreeing to progress with the sales process before we get to social and banking and the things that sometimes can hang up agents and even good agents, but especially new agents. But you're getting them to see the quality and the what they're going to have access to. And I love the beneficiary changes, because I can't tell you how many times I have clients that go, I don't want my son to get anything. And they call you back 3 months and they're like, all right, my son apologized. Can we change it and get him 50%? Not a problem, Mary. Just log into the app. Remember, you wrote down the password on the notes in your phone. Go ahead and log in and you can just adjust it yourself. Oh, okay. So I love that, man.
Awesome. Yeah. It's really being very well received. All right. Some people have called this. So Everest is the funeral planning services that's built in to FE Express. There's no cost to the client or to you. It's Transamerica pays Everest for every policy they buy, and we pay them millions of dollars. But it is a great, great service that can really make you that client's trusted advisor, right? It helps them plan their funeral, ease the burden of their beneficiaries when it comes to, fulfilling their wishes. The financial burden is why they're buying life insurance. But if you really want to take it the next step, help them create a will and last testament. Help them create a financial power of attorney. Help them create a medical healthcare directive. 2/3 of Americans don't even have a will. And if you want to go back and solidify this client and maybe discover assets for an annuity, or discover a brother or an older child who you could build a relationship with because you're helping them with their legal documents that everybody needs, Everest is a great tool. Maybe one of the best ones is this bottom bullet point. It takes you out of the claims process. Everest handles the claims, and we promise to pay that beneficiary up to $25,000 within the first 72 hours. Now, it's not during the contestability period, and if they die by, for health reasons. But, it takes you out of the claims process, and you've seen how big insurance companies can be and how long it takes to handle a claim. Imagine that beneficiary getting a check within 72 hours, already having all their last wishes already taken care of. Their funeral arrangements have been planned. The licensed funeral planning director with Everest will negotiate and contact that funeral home and help you save money. The average savings by that licensed funeral planning director that works for your client is $6,000 to $8,000. Think of Everest as like a wedding planner, right? The wedding planner doesn't pay for anything. They just help to make sure you have a beautiful wedding. Well, that's what Everest and their funeral planning does, and make sure that you have, all your wishes handled and taken, that you ease the burden, both for giving you that insured peace of mind and giving that beneficiary. One agent said, "Hey, this is the best living benefit in the industry." And I'm like, "Living benefit? But what do you mean? It's critical, chronic." He's all, "No, think about it. Every client qualifies from day one. This is absolutely a living benefit. Every beneficiary can qualify from day one, and everybody's going to see a value in it. And it's really helping close some big cases, even when maybe they have a policy and this new one's a little bit more expensive. People are loving what Everest does. You can see the different options here. Will prep is where they create their medical directive, their financial power of attorney, their last will and testament. Tensing is storage. Price Finder is really cool. Imagine showing up in someone's house or on the phone and showing them every nursing home in their neighborhood and then what the costs are. So Price Finder has data and information on every I said nursing home, didn't I? Funeral home, and has all that data. Couple things. There's a couple things with this being a brand new product. One that is just launching that we're trying to fix. That second bullet point's a big one. Right now at issue, owner, insured, and payer has to be the same person. That's not ideal. A lot of times you want the wife to own it on the husband or vice versa. So know that you can change this. That client portal, you can go in and change it. But at issue, it's all about speed and anti-fraud. Same thing with that first bullet point. Now, I thought of something else I wanted to.
So so in that situation, when I have a mom that that's 70 and wants to buy it on her son that's 50 because he's got kids, and she has to be everything to start. The owner, the payer, the insured, and the payer, but she can't change the insured.
You can't change the insured, right?
You just put it all on the son, then you put it all on the son, and then the son, then on the son's policy, you change it, the payer to the mom. You can do that in the back.
You can do it on the phone if it's true. You can do it in the client portal, or you can do it on the phone. And this is going to be gone pretty soon. It's kind of something that the technology team built, and I'm like, wait a minute, what are you guys talking about? Sometimes big companies have things like that happen. Another thing to write down: we have a dedicated customer team. So the customer service, like technical team, any issues with the e-app, you're going to want to call that 800-453-1448. And then let me make sure you guys all know Steve Bauslag. The RVP that covers you is Steve Bauslag. And he's one of our best. Of course, you're his most important client. Heck, you're my most important client too. So Steve Bauslag, his phone number, he's the RVP. He has a couple internal wholesalers that can really be helpful. And listen, we're still a big company. You want an advocate at Transamerica. You want a relationship with someone who can help you. So that's going to be Steve and his team. You can call Steve or text Steve at 720-614-3000. That's 720-614-3000. You can reach the sales desk on that brokerage number, but definitely write down that 800-453-1448. By the way, I thought of something here. How about double dipping on your trip, Grady? Look, what about this idea? It takes $250,000 to qualify for your trip. It only takes $100,000 to qualify for the Transamerica trip. So why not get two trips for one?
That's a great idea.
Right? Trans, qualify at $100,000, keep having success, qualify for the Family First Life trip. We do a great trip every year. This next one's in the mountains. I think past qualifiers will tell you we do Napa Valley really, really well. We seem to keep going back to different resorts in Napa that have been fantastic. One last thing. Go to this website. You can scan it up there. You can use your phone to scan it. You can go to transamerica.com, FE Express Toolkit. Here it is. I can show it to you again. This is an unguarded. You don't need a login. If you want to be an absolute expert on this product, you can get to everything from right here. You can get your agent guide with all the underwriting rules, a client brochure. You can watch videos and send them to your, save them and send them. You have a product spec sheet compare. But this thing, this training resource is the most comprehensive training we've ever put together. So you click on learn more, the training resource takes you to the self-service course. There, like if you want to see, what's this one? If you want to watch a video on the signature process from start to finish, it's right there on the panel. If you want to play around with the eApp sandbox and actually click on new application and that you're doing it over the phone. And so this is like a canned, and it clicks in blue if you click in the wrong spot, but you can walk, see that blue, I clicked the wrong spot. It walks you through exactly what the eApp is to experience exactly. So a lot of great information here. And my last thing I'd say is back to this qualification trip was we do a lot more than final expense, right? 100-year-old company, very well known. A lot of people know we have incredibly competitive term rates, but a lot of people are surprised that we actually have the #1 selling IUL in the industry the last 14 quarters in a row. Wow. So we do IULs really, really well. They're not simplified issue. They are accelerated underwriting. And the underwriting is really fast, especially at 45 and younger. But you can qualify for this trip. We combine your term sales, your IUL sales, your final expense sales, and $100,000. You're going to qualify for this trip and be well on your way to the next Family First Life trip too. Grady, you're friggin' awesome. FFL is a fantastic partner, and I am honored to be on this call. Even though I had to follow Drake the broker. Drake, you earned it, buddy. Great job.
I love it, man. Thank you. This is fantastic. I think people are drooling at getting on the phones to go introduce this product to their clients, or even past clients they weren't able to sell before, or ones that they put in a guaranteed product, 6, 12, 18, 24 months ago, that now they can get to something immediate. Yes. I would love a couple of things. One, if you guys have any questions about this product right now, we've got the guy who can answer them. I saw Sean had a question. We'll get to that here in a second. But yeah, drop your questions in the chat. Steve will rip through them for a couple minutes. But will you do that? Will you talk about just the commissions one more time? Did you say the commissions got better? I feel like you said it so quick that I want that to be something that everyone hears.
I love it. Yeah, not only did I emphasize that rates got cheaper, rates got more affordable, but commissions are going up by 15. So select day one coverage commissions are going up by 15%. If you're getting 70 on immediate solution, you're now getting 85, and it's less expensive to your client, and it includes Everest. You're a big agency builder, and you have great commissions at Family First Life. If you're getting 115, you're now getting 130. So commissions look really good. And then graded, great. Let me tell you about graded. Our graded is expensive. It's expensive. So you really better lean into Everest to make sure it doesn't get replaced, right? Everest, graded is expensive, but with Everest, that's who needs Everest, right? That's who needs the funeral planning, because they might need it sooner than later. But know that our grade is a little bit more expensive. Those rates I showed you were select, and they're really competitive. But yeah, it really has the big 4 things you're looking for. A name brand really helps. It's not everything. A great eApp experience, which we definitely have now. Really good underwriting, guys. It's not guaranteed issue. You are gonna get some declines, especially if they've been declined someplace else. A couple of those are gonna get few, but not all of them. But if you're selling new clients, you're gonna get 7, 8 out of 10 should be approved. Finally, let's qualify for a great trip and lean into trans. We're not getting out of this business. And I think you've seen recently how important commitment to the space is. Transamerica helped start the final expense business. We got a little here's one other thing just to pick on us a little bit. Now, we might have started and helped create the final expense business with the help of your integrity partners. But man, we got a little difficult to do business with. A couple years ago, do you remember our nickname on social media, Grady?
I don't.
Trans Amendment. So it was. You're not writing Trans Amendment, are you? Yeah. Listen, we owned it. We earned it. But right now, because of this new eApp process, we haven't had a single outstanding requirement. You can't finish this app with outstanding paperwork or outstanding requirements. So once that policy is approved and issued, now, yes, the banking has to go through, but there has not been once where we come back and said, oh, we need your client signature. Oh, we need this form. Oh, this disclosure form, we couldn't read it. Not once has that happened in 1,000 policies. So there's going to be times where the EAP feels a little funky, like, what do you mean I can't do this? But there's a reason for it. It's all about the speed to issue, helping you protect more families and helping you qualify for Hall of Fame. Let's go.
Amen. I can't tell you how many paper apps I have filled out of Transamerica in a previous part of this industry and faxed them in or scanned them in, and to see the evolution to where you are today with such a smooth, buttery looking EAP.
Yeah.
It's a testament to your investment in your product and what you want to do in this industry. And I know people are excited about it. 2 quick questions we had pop in. And this, obviously it is what it is. Sean Simpson right there said, Direct Express, do we still get paid as earned, or is there an advance?
So good question. So we do Direct Express really, really well. And, it's one of the places we've got compliments on as being a true Social Security billing company.
Correct.
Right. If that money hits their account on a Sunday, we know to draft it on a Friday, the Friday beforehand. Now, and there's a little technical enhancement coming next week where you'll be paid on draft. So right now, today, everybody's paid on approval, but we're letting agencies choose how they set up their agencies. And I think FFL, you'll mostly be paid on draft. So if you're paying right away, you're going to get advanced right away. And Direct Express is part of that advance, but not until it drafts. So hope you understand the distinction.
Totally understand. Great. That's fantastic. And then last question was from Carla. She wanted to ask about psych meds.
Yeah, if you look at that agent guide, we're really friendly on depression, on painkillers. Where we're tough are cognitive dementia type issues. So I would, if you have access to FX toolkits, or even your own CSG quoter, we've really partnered with them to kind of give them a deeper insight to our decisioning, because we don't really underwrite towards medications. We underwrite towards health conditions, but that's a fine line. We are looking at medications and we're looking at, at claims data, but I'd say we're very friendly with with pain, with depression, with schizophrenia. The agent guide will show you all that. And you have access right now to the agent guide through that transamerica.com FE Express toolkit site.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I know you can't predict the future. And I know sometimes these states they've got their own, communist republic of approving products. But any ETA you have for California and Pennsylvania, ballpark within 12 months, 3 months?
Pennsylvania should be first. Pennsylvania is a state disclosure form, and they haven't accepted our technical answers in the disclosure form. That's a priority. It's being worked on. I would see that being done in a month, but
Great.
Man, don't hold me to it. California, New York, who knows when. Yeah. Also check the agent underwriting guide too. There are a few states that are not allowed for replacements. So just check the agent underwriting guide. And then there's actually a few states that right now don't qualify for Everest. If you sell a policy and the states turn on Everest, they'll be, backdated, they'll be grandfathered. But there are a few states right now that the Everest benefit, if someone's waiting for their documents, they won't get that right away.
Yeah. For everyone that's newer to the industry, California is new to having new products available to them. California is historically, traditionally, and probably has no reason to change because they're gigantic. They're always the last. And New York is a whole, they're a whole different.
New York is a never, right? California's last, and New York is never.
Good news, you got 47 other states you can sell in right now, and leads you can pick up at a discount this weekend with coupon code.
Immediate Solution is approved in New York. So you can write a paper app for Immediate Solution. It's tricky business. I don't know. Don't ask me about it, but I know it's available for those that specialize in New York.
Gotcha. Steve, you're awesome, man. Guys, could you throw a TYSW in the chat below? Show Steve some love for everything he shared today. We'll get this recording out soon for those who want to review. If not, go get in your back offices, go check out the website. And Steve, you're awesome, man. Thank you so much for joining us, for sharing, and we're excited to run up the leaderboard and selling the heck out of this product. Double trips, guys. That's the thing.
Yeah.
2 trips, you're here to hear first. So thank you for joining us and appreciate you, brother. Have a great day.
All right, guys. Take care. Thanks, everybody.
All right, there we go. Cool. So, guys, I want to thank you for joining us on our first stream on our new service, whether you're joining us through YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook, or you're joining us live on our website. I hope this was enjoyable for you. It's enjoyable for us. We're excited to have better quality content, better pixels. No, that's the wrong. Better resolution when we push this back out. And thank you for being you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for committing to yourself, your own personal growth, right? The person that doesn't join the training doesn't get trained. The person that doesn't choose to get better and put in the work doesn't get the results. And it's exciting to see where we are as a team, as a company, and as an industry heading into the fourth quarter here. And I'm excited for the future and excited for all of you guys to capitalize on it. So congratulations to you all. Congratulations to us. And let's go out there and make it a great week. Appreciate you all. Thank you for joining me. Talk soon. Bye for now.